99.
We have a vote off now. The chat voted.
So what is this?
So here we are in the straddle with the 8-3 offsuit. Gets raised to 300, and I just think, you know what, let's just double down for 200 and see a flop.
Nobody has
And we kind of completely whiff here. But, you know, it's a game of poker. We don't necessarily need the right cards, right? We can just do whatever we want to do as long as people believe us. So we get a bet $400 into by the pre-flop raiser Mariano. So he's going to have all the overpairs and stuff, like, sure, whatever. But we're in the straddle. We're going to have a lot of fours, right? I'm playing 8-3 offsuit. I'm definitely playing, I don't know, 8-4 offsuit or whatever random 4 I can have. So we get bet into twice here. So I decide to just raise. Like, we're going to represent so many 4s. And what else do you put me on? Like, do you think I'm floating an 8-3 offsuit here? And instantly Mariano folds. So huge win there. So I think that's a pretty sick play. Just kind of getting in the weeds, you know, seeing what happens. Furthermore, we doubled down on hard 11 and got a 10 on the turn, so I low-key knew it was going to go through anyway with hitting 21. So in true Limpy Pimpy style, I go for the overlimp with the ace-queen, basically hoping that somebody comes in for a raise and then we can pimp it up and make it for a re-raise. Hopefully they'll overvalue their hand because we've just limped, so we look very weak here. And that's exactly what happens. Bulldog makes it $300. And Oliver calls as well, which is the perfect squeeze spot. So we make it $12.50. And basically just hoping people continue thinking we're full of shit.
So Limpy Pimpy with the 3-bet.
Hand to him, huh? Not the smartest.
6, 8, 9. So not the best of flops for us. Bulldog says that as well.
Yeah, I am. I like that flop, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
700.
Oh, for that price, I can't say no. And as I say in the video, it's too small for me to go away here.
They sound the same. Yeah, they do. It's hilarious. Hello. Do you like that flop?
Check.
And then our English accents get trolled by Mariano here.
I reckon I'll call for this price.
Then they need to get a bit.
And I think on this river there's just like nothing else to do other than bluff. Like, I don't really beat a lot.
We actually requested that.
And maybe I can have some 10 or a flush.
Toast.
So I decided to bet 3,300.
I reckon I'll call for that price.
I reckon I'll call for this price.
Alright, Mariano's.
Turns out to be one of the worst bluffs ever because we still get called by bottom
I like
par.
the flop.
So
Wow. Cool.
yeah,
You guys are playing poker.
pretty butchered hands, but on to the next one.
300.
Alright, great. Let's play poker.
Okay, so Oliver raises to $300 here with ace-9 suited, so it's going to be pretty easy for me to just bump this up to 1,000.
Maybe it's him.
Hopefully get some more callers. Mariano calls with 8-7 suited.
Benedict Cumberbatch here. That's the one that came to
And
mind.
Oliver comes along. And Bulldog as well. So we now have 4,000. I don't know how much is in my stack here.
With the
8,600. So only 2 times the pot.
He's gonna get some action. A couple of
And
queens out there.
pretty decent board, I think. Like
Kind of one of those, well, way ahead, way behind situations.
exactly what the commentator just said.
He is way ahead, although at a
Way
six
ahead,
turn
way
card and a
behind.
half.
So I decided to
Mariano
check.
picks
Just let them
up
catch
ace-
up a bit.
Sorry, just a
Yeah, I
flush
can
draw.
see that, yeah.
For a second, I thought he had 6-7 of diamonds.
I can definitely see that.
7-8 of diamonds, just a
And
flush
I kind of
draw.
decided to do the same here on the turn.
Nearly as exciting.
Let them bluff Elliot.
Mariano's going to bet 1,100. Bulldog. Oh, wait a second. He's going
And
to
then, yeah, I get the bluff in from Mariano. It's good.
Oliver out of the way.
Bulldog
Limpy
calls, and a
gonna make
very
the
easy call.
as well. So 7,500, we'll call it, in the pot.
Now 7,500 in the pot.
River's a
Less than
blank.
pot left behind.
Bulldog does hit a jack. I mean, there's a world where Bulldog could actually bet this for value. But Mariano's going to bet.
Hey, Mariano does a weird bet here, like
And it is a
1,100.
tiny bet.
Really small.
I don't get this. Maybe Mariano's hand is wrong. I'm starting to think maybe his hands, because that doesn't make any sense, right?
So I'm thinking of raising at this point, but now Bulldog's beat me to it and has raised.
And this might get Limpy Pimpy to fold.
So now I'm just like, what on earth can Bulldog
tough spot for
have?
Limpy.
Either a bluff or a queen.
I mean,
And there's a chance
maybe you think
Mariano
one
has
of
a
them is
queen.
bluffing, but could they both be bluffing?
I essentially
He's
need
gonna
them
let it
both to
go.
be
I mean,
bluffing.
You can't even blame him.
So I decided to let this go. I'm not sure if it was the right decision or not, to be honest.
And
But
kinda
I just
think
felt like I
Mariano's
need
hand
2
is wrong,
people to be
right?
bluffing. And then I feel a slight relief here when I
Yeah,
see
it's
Mariano
definitely, right?
raise.
I mean, it has to be.
I'm like,
Cool.
oh, thank God. Like, he obviously has the queen
Mariano
here.
3 bets now.
And
So you get the small
Bulldog's
little bet
thinking
from
about it. Maybe
Mariano.
he's got like a really weak queen or like an ace jack.
Win.
Whoa!
So I'm just like, oh, between those
Did
two
he
hands,
actually have 8 high?
it's probably a good fold, but it turned out not to be.
Well, somebody's got to put a stop. 1200.
So 2 limps, I'm just going to bump this one up to 1200. Jack 10 suited, very nice hand. And Mariano calls us with the king jack.
What's going on?
So the board came out wrong here. It's ace 5-4. I decided to bet at it because why not?
There's a king.
And a king here. Now we can hit a queen for the straight. So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to keep on betting. And I don't know about my size. I only have 5,000 left. There's 5,000 in my pot. Maybe I should just go all in here. But for some reason, I just decided to go 1,300. I think because I wanted to be able to, like, bet on the river. That was my thinking at the time, anyway. And then here, I don't really see anything else I can do. I have jack high, so I just put it all in. 4,000 to win. What's that, 11,000? Fortunately, we get it through, so at least one bluff today has actually worked. So here in the hijack, I decide to just limp along with Queen 6 offsuit. Not the best of hands, in all honesty. But let's see a flop anyway. And we flop okay, I guess. Like, we have an overcard. We can hit a backdoor straight draw as well. So I decided to bet small. Let's just see what happens. Maybe we can bluff later on. And we get that miracle card. We now have a straight draw. 10 to a straight. So I just decided to put maximum pressure on. Let's just go 650 here. And just put Alex, i.e. Bulldog, under the most pressure possible. And on top of that now, we're now up to 2 buttons, which is pretty lit. So, with 2 buttons, basically, it means that now, if I win a third hand, I win $1,000 per person. So, there's 8 of us there. I get $7,000 if I win this hand. So there's like 4 limps. I have king 4 suited. And I just thought, you know what? I'm risking 11,000 to win 7,000. I'm just going with this hand. And I'm kind of shocked Mariano folded an ace here. Like, I don't play this game much, but to me it just feels like I've got to gamble really hard, and that was my mindset going into this game. Just like, you know, gamble when people don't think I'm going to be able to. And I think that's where the British accent comes in helpful sometimes. A lot of people don't think you're going to play as crazy. It seems to be the stereotype of it. So, oh, king 5 I have, not king 4.
He got ace 7 to fold.
Offsuit as well, I think.
With that shove.
So with the bonuses, because of the 1,000 per player that I now win, I only risked 12,700 to win an extra 7,000. So here I went for a pretty weird play. So it gets raised, and I have $100 to call on the button with ace king suited, and I decided just to call. The reason being, I just wanted a bit of deception. And given that we have this flop, I think it's a great time to be raising. Because say a jack comes down now, no one's ever going to put me on ace king. So every single time they have a king, and like a king queen, king jack, whatever it might be, I'm going to stack them. They're just never going to put me on ace king. Who knows, maybe they'll even try and bluff me off a hand, thinking that I can't have ace king. So this queen just feels kind of disastrous to me. like, we've raised the flop, so they're probably going to have a queen or a jack really often, or even a flush draw, and I just don't think I'm getting any of those to fold. So I decided just to check, and then I would probably bet like a bunch of my flush draws, straight draws, but I don't think like an ace or a king is ever good for me here, so I'm kind of just giving up. And then Tony Tag makes a really sick play here. He bets just 2,000 into this pot, and I just thought this has to be like a queen, aces, kings. So yeah, it was just kind of really difficult to like not put him on something. So I just kind of give up. Maybe I should raise here. He shoves it in my face. What a legend. I really enjoy playing this guy. It's very fun. And a sick play by him.
He wouldn't have been dealt.
So here we get yet another premium hand. 4-2 suited in the cutoff. What more could you hope for? And we actually get an amazing flop here. I have a flush draw and a straight draw. But as the commentator said in this, like, it is to the bottom end of everything. Like, if somebody has a flush draw, it's better than mine. If somebody has a straight draw, we either chop or it's better. So I'm not sure it's that good, in all honesty. And then on top of this, this guy decides he's going to quit the game because the chat is hating on him. So I'm just like confused as to what is going on. It really distracted. And I decided to fold her. Call me crazy, but I just felt like my draws could just be kind of dead, and he's raising over multiple people. Probably got a strong hand. So I just let it go. But I'll let you listen to this commentary and see what happens.
No,
seriously. I'm enjoying playing with you.
No, I did enjoy meeting all of you, of course. But at the same time, I think it changes the dynamics a little bit. Right?
it really doesn't.
I do want to watch it play.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So kind of hilarious.
Nice
The
meeting
chat
you.
effectively voted this guy off. He was called any 2 Randy, but he was playing 15% of hands. Just to put that in perspective, I was playing 50% of hands, and he's called any 2 bloody Randy. So kind of hilarious, and it definitely changes the dynamic of the game. You'll see that in part 2. You'll see me play some really action hands. It should be really fun. I don't know whether it would have done with him or without him, but yeah, you'll get to make that choice yourselves in part 2. See you there, and like and subscribe.